Gee, I don't know, Infidel. You're asking me if I want to pre-order Battlefield 4? That's a great start to the
Uh,
podcast. So there,
Ethan,
we're obviously recording.
I'm being forced against my will to be recorded.
So yeah, I saved it for that special moment. Am I pre-ordering Battlefield 4? Definitely. I'm gonna pre-order for now through PC actually.
Yeah,
I don't
buddy.
know if I'm gonna end up playing it on the console. Um, I'm still gonna have GameFly for a long time, for the moment. So if anything, I'll still be getting games through GameFly only for Xbox, and then everything else I'll buy it on PC if it's available on PC, and I feel like it'll be more worth it because they've already said. Hopefully they weren't just referring to single player, because then I would really hate that. But they've already said that Battlefield 4 is once again going to be optimized for PC mainly, and then it's going to be placed on the consoles. Which, by the way, I discovered yesterday that
That
Battlefield 4 is actually going to release on current consoles and next-gen consoles.
I've heard the same.
So how's that for some like mind-blowing stuff?
So mind blowing. That means there's no reason to have it on the next gen console because it'll be exactly the same.
Right, that's exactly the other reason. You just reminded me that. That's exactly when I read that. That's when I made my decision. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm definitely getting it on PC.
Oh, Battlefield 4. It is available. Is it? English. It's available for pre-order right now on Origin for $59.99 standard edition. We just received the PC download. You get the full game when it comes out, or the digital deluxe edition, which is $69.99. Great number. And and you get the full game when it comes out. You also have access to the beta this summer.
Okay, now see, I'm looking at what you just read because coincidentally I was on the Battlefield 4 page because we were talking about, I was trying to get that dog tag for the PC version,
Oh,
but
wait. Hold that thought. Another thing that you get with both of them is something they're saying Battlefield 4 Premium Expansion Pack. Only
right.
with pre-order. What does that mean?
It's just like the limited edition of Battlefield 3, you got back to Karkan for free, but obviously if you got premium service anyway, that was included.
Yes, and
Now the thing
and
is, I don't know where you're looking at this information, but why are we paying $10 extra for the digital deluxe edition?
because you receive access to the beta.
Oh boy.
It is exclusive to the digital deluxe.
Oh man, I don't know about that because I do have Medal of Honor still, and even though, um,
I'm talking about PC.
yeah, I know, but going into the beta stuff, I informed you yesterday that they had officially. I don't remember
Yeah.
if we talked about this in one of the previous episodes, but basically, I mean, 4 or 5 months ago, it was already confirmed that they were abandoning Medal of Honor. It happened that quickly. I don't
Warfighter.
think the game's been out for like a year. Yeah, Warfighter. And so, what I was getting at is, I have Medal of Honor still for Xbox, and I was gonna keep it until this beta comes out. I don't know about paying $10 extra just to play the beta.
Well, the other thing is, uh, there is something they're calling bonus content that you get with digital deluxe. We all know what that's gonna be. If
Oh,
they
right,
if
right.
they stick with their trend, it's just gonna be something useless like a camouflage or a free Twinkie in game.
Free in-game Twinkie. A free chicken biscuit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look, I'm
Now,
looking at it right here. Okay. So we got a little, the usual checklist. So, standard edition, you get Battlefield 4 base game and Battlefield 4 premium expansion pack, which is the first expansion pack that's going to release. Now, digital deluxe includes those two things: exclusive Battlefield 4 beta access and basically what you just said, bonus in-game content. They don't have any details about it.
yes, it's exactly what I'm staring at, by the way. So I could have just read that.
Why do you gotta talk to me like that?
Because you don't give me any
Wait, wait,
any
wait.
permissions.
But I was just looking on Amazon. What does it say on Amazon?
Amazon, really?
Yeah, for a limited time pre-order and get bonus in-game content. Okay. Get a code that will unlock additional in-game content. So I guess they're gonna have the retailer stuff also separately, like usual.
Okay, so on the Battlefield 4 Premium Expansion Pack. They use the word premium. Do you think that there will be a premium service in Battlefield 4?
Of course. I mean, it's had huge success in Battlefield 3 already, so I think that whole idea of it, at least, I don't know if it's gonna be called premium or whatever, is definitely gonna exist again.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it's not the same thing, to be honest. Once again, like I'm always talking about it. I feel like developers don't realize they could make maybe even more money just releasing DLC and keeping games updated than releasing a single game like every year. But what I'm saying is, like, I hope if they do a premium thing and all that, which they are, I think they need more than 4 expansions, more weapons this time. You know, they need more variety in maps, because still we ended up getting 4 expansion packs for Battlefield 3, and they were pretty much all, you know, desert based and like daytime, and that was it.
Well, desert based in daytime is basically how modern warfare is being fought.
Yeah, but I mean, you could be different. It doesn't necessarily have to be, you know, even just create a fictional map and just don't say, you know, you don't always have to say, oh, it's this part of Russia or this part of China. Like, just make something.
Yeah. Well, they want to give people the sense that it can actually happen.
Yeah. I mean, I appreciate that, definitely. I like it when it's like that. But,
so,
I don't know.
On the note of Battlefield 4, the reveal single player gameplay, which is 17 minutes of single player gameplay that the guy obviously tried to make very cinematic because he's a terrible aim.
Yeah, and it's very it's actually a compilation of gameplay, which I didn't expect that either. You know, it's a bunch of little clips cut up together.
It's interesting. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about what things stood out to me.
Yeah.
First, the dual sights are showing up in Battlefield 4.
That was awesome.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, likewise.
Mainly just because it's cool. In Medal of Honor, I never really used the dual sights, mainly because I couldn't figure out how to do it. Modern Warfare 3 had dual sights, which is, I believe, the first time they were shown in a video game.
Oh, I never even knew they had that in Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah, they had what they called a hybrid sight, which was the EOTech holographic sight with a magnified scope that you could switch onto it and off of it.
Right.
And a ACOG with a red dot on it.
And that doesn't exist in Black Ops 2, correct?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I've seen maybe one scope that has it, but you still can't use it anyway. I'm not sure. I haven't played that in like months already.
Yeah. Anyway, besides the dual scope thing, dual sights, there seems to be some good destruction with buildings when I saw them using the grenade launcher, the 6-shot grenade launcher.
Yes.
Which I hope is not in multiplayer. That'll just be endless spam.
Well, unfortunately, that'll be one of those things that they'll end up, you know, changing so much that it won't even be realistic at that point, because it'll fire like so slow. It'll only have like 3 shells, and it's like one of those things.
Maybe if they limit it to a certain kind of shell that is not an actual HE grenade launcher.
Right.
But yeah. I mean, it may be useful if they have a Back to Metro expansion pack.
Yeah, well, I have details on all those things you're mentioning, actually, starting from the destruction engine, and they are already supposedly, this is based on leaked information, they are already going to include 4 previous maps from, you know, multiple, well, specifically from Battlefield 2.
Yeah.
But, yeah, what else did you like about it?
If we move along, people are really freaking out about the fact that there was a part in the gameplay when a Jeep rolled up shooting a 50 cal and the guy was not being suppressed. everyone's saying, "Oh, yay! There's no suppression. There's no suppression. I love it. Make sure there's no suppression. I hated that in Battlefield 3 and all that." But people are failing to realize that in Battlefield 3, the single player didn't have suppression either.
Right.
So that really doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, yeah.
And if we move along, if we move along, you'll notice that the character skins for the Russians are exactly the same.
I did not notice that. See, you
exactly
notice things like that.
But I do not believe that it will stay like that. I mean, the game is still in progress. I think they will just change out the skins when they're ready to, before the release of the full game.
Yeah.
Move along. They're running up a. They're in a construction building. Ooh, construction buildings here. And they get to the top. They're being chased by a helicopter. By the way, if you haven't seen the gameplay, pause it now. Pause the podcast now and go watch it, because I may spoil something. Little late there, but anyway, they get to the top. There's the Venom. They have the exact same vehicles, exact same enemies, exact same weapons. Pretty much the same game, except it looks a little bit better. And the helicopter that is picking them up gets destroyed and basically makes the building collapse. And there's actually a screenshot that someone expertly cut out that shows press R to pick up an AEK. So that just shows there's an AEK.
Yeah, that's one thing I immediately looked for as well. You know, now that I have my new PC, which by the way we're also, well, I'm using that right now. We are in the studio.
That.
We're in the studio recording with the computer.
We can get to that.
No, I just wanted to mention real quick. That was something I was looking for, and it is PC gameplay. You know, all throughout. It's not a console gameplay like usual. I mean, they've done all the trailers always on PC.
There's no way they could do a console, because people will start flipping out about, oh, is this the PS4 you're playing on?
Yeah, that's what I just thought about.
And they're like, no, you're just idiots. Anyway, and talking about how awesome the building collapsing is, it looks amazing.
Yeah.
It is. So from what I've heard, it is on what they're calling the Dice 3. I mean, not Dice 3. Frostbite 3 engine.
Okay.
So that's what they're saying. They obviously didn't do much, because it still looks pretty much the same.
Okay, I mean, do you want me to give you the details on the destruction, on what's been leaked yet, or are you still going on about the trailer?
I'm still kind of going on about it.
Okay, go ahead.
Character models look really good. That's something I noticed was
yes, the
different.
facial expressions are great as well. All the movements and stuff. That whole scene in the car in the beginning of the trailer was great. I thought that was awesome.
Unfortunately, that is single-player gameplay, so it has no relevance to
right,
multiplayer.
In multiplayer, you're still going to see your angry faces and stuff.
Because single-player is 100% scripted, so they can put as much as they want into it, because they don't have to account for the adjustments that players will make in multiplayer.
Right.
I
mean, it was a great script, nonetheless. That whole car scene again, I loved
that was
it.
nice. I like that.
That was kind of like out of a movie type of thing.
Yeah. Maybe a Battlefield 4 movie? No? Alright.
Oh, jeez. Just like they made a Halo movie, right?
Yeah. No, almost. Almost. Anyway, the explosions look amazing. I don't think they'll be that good in multiplayer. Because, again, it's scripted. Single player. I forget what else I was gonna say.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to keep up with you. I mean, Let's see.
kinda
We
I
had a
kinda
couple of the Jeep vehicles, with the mounted
Yeah.
machine guns that looked okay.
All the vehicles, character models, weapons all look exactly the same. Oh, and another thing different with the uh, basically on just how it looks is the angle that the weapon is held in your hand has been adjusted to
Right, I noticed that.
and there is much more space for you to see beyond the weapon.
Right.
So you
Well,
have
you
more
mean beyond the weapon, or you mean like the right
like
side of the screen?
well, that's beyond the weapon. That's like side to
Oh, okay.
side.
Right.
It's lower on the screen so you can see clearer.
Right.
Basically, it just gives you a little bit better wow.
Too much talking. Too much talking.
Yeah, too much talking. Better vision, basically.
But yeah. Okay, so that closes off the analysis.
Sure.
Brought to you by Infidel's World.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cue the picture in the theme song.
Yeah. Okay, so first of all, I want to clarify that the beta access for Battlefield 4 is really going to be, I mean, as long as you've played Battlefield or Medal of Honor Warfighter, you're going to have access to it, because the other thing is, also if you have Battlefield 3 Premium, you will get access to Battlefield 4 beta as well. So it's like all over the place. I mean, really, some people are probably going to think they have to get that digital deluxe edition just for the beta, and if they have Battlefield Premium, then you're good to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna be getting the digital deluxe because
I'll probably get it anyway.
Because I don't have my Xbox anymore, so no premium for me.
Right. Okay. Next thing is, I'm getting this information. I just literally found this all on a Battlefield fan website. I'll put the links in the description. The other thing is, there will be no female playable characters in Battlefield 4 multiplayer. There are female gamers, so that's something that more and more they're looking for in games and stuff, but you won't be able to play as a female yet.
Well, you see, the problem with if they were to do that is every little 12-year-old would be, oh yeah, let's do this.
It's like, oh man, what's that game? It's a very recent game that I played, and one of the characters is a female model, and I always make comments about like the girl's butt and stuff.
Borderlands?
It's like things like that. Is it Borderlands? Oh yeah, I think it is. I always do it on purpose.
No. Black Ops Zombies. Black Ops Zombies.
Yeah, Black Ops Zombies. There you go. Yeah, the girl has like a pink thong and everything. I mean, it's a little excessive, but whatever. I guess they're trying to stick to character models. But, things like that. Imagine how many people would be distracted in Battlefield 4 if there was a female, character model in there.
Yeah. Well, in Arma 2, there's a female character model.
Oh, I didn't know that, actually.
And in DayZ, you have a choice between the two, but no one ever does the female because you can't put a ghillie suit on.
Right.
For some reason. And in City Life, Arma 2 mod, there's also female character models, and every time someone would rob the bank, they'd always be that. Don't know why.
Well, I mean, a mod is always going to be able to have all kinds of character models.
Yeah, but it's already in the game. It's just, like, they put it in the mod.
I really didn't know that, though. I'm surprised. I didn't know there was female, like, characters, I guess, in Arma.
Yep.
Wait, are you talking about... Oh, you're talking about Arma 2. Are they there in Arma 3 as well?
There will be.
Okay.
But not yet.
Yeah, so, okay, apparently EA, I was reading some other thing now, they held an event they invited, like, a bunch of YouTube Call of Duty commentators, which makes no sense to me.
Including Level Cap, Woody's Gamertag, other people.
Yeah. Okay, let's get into the details based on what we saw in the reveal trailer. Which, by the way, the reveal trailer came out 2 days ago. It was all during GDC and all that, which was a planned release of it. But anyway, what's up? What?
You should put a link in the description for YouTube.
Yeah, I'm gonna put all these links there.
I mean, there is a link in the description for YouTube.
What?
There currently is, because this is obviously live in real time.
Right.
As you're watching this.
So there's a link in YouTube to what?
To the reveal gameplay.
Oh, right. Yeah, that'll be there, of course. Well, I remember in the last episode I said we weren't gonna really put any more footage because we're recording this podcast.
I said link.
Yeah, the links are always there in show notes, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. So, Frostbite 2 is definitely not gonna be part of Battlefield 4. It's either gonna be Frostbite 2.5 or, like Infidel mentioned, Frostbite 3.
They're officially calling it Frostbite 3.
Whoa, it's still rumors, like they don't.
No, it's not a rumor. It's the thing you just said about the YouTube commentators being invited. They were all when they were standing there live when that gameplay reveal was being played. And what it was called on there was Frostbite 3.
Oh, okay. Then it's Frostbite 3, and it's just these people are still like trying to juggle around with the official title.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. We already know all this about the trailer. Okay. As far as the destruction goes, because that's actually a separate engine, apparently from Frostbite at least, is that the engine from Battlefield 4 is supposedly. This is based on like a huge leak list of a bunch of different things, which I'll go on to the other stuff. Is that supposedly the destruction that you'll find in Battlefield 4 is going to be more like what was in Bad Company 2.
Oh, that's good.
Which is a lot more destruction, yeah.
Yeah, you can actually just level a building if you want to.
Right, and you'll be able to level buildings a lot easier. The structures just blow up more accurately because definitely in Battlefield 3 it was always it's like big chunks of stuff, and most of the time it doesn't even hurt someone or kill them. It's super weird.
Speaking of that, I killed someone with a falling debris RPG shot. Just saying, just putting that out there.
Right, I was playing with you. That was yesterday. We were playing on the PC, Battlefield 3.
So fun.
Metro. Is that
awesome.
The first time you ever do that? Or
yeah.
Oh, okay.
At least with knowing it, I might have shot an RPG, and I mean, it still says it was killed with an RPG.
Right. Yeah. But that's a big deal in competitive games on Battlefield, especially obviously because it has a robo drop, and that's what they call it. It's called robo drop, and some people abuse the hell out of it. Like they'll shoot across the map already, and you're in your spawn point, and that building will just fall on you and kill you and like your 3 squad mates.
Yeah, I was watching Battlefield top plays. Shout out. And there was a guy that just shot like 5 RPGs on Sign Crossing, and killed like 20 guys with the rifle.
Yeah. Okay, so moving on to more supposedly leaked information. Next gen consoles will run at 60 frames per second, 720p. Wait, what does it say? Okay. It was rumored previously that those next gen consoles would be 1080p, but apparently they're reduced to 720p, which is the usual. A lot of people always say that they're streaming and playing on their Xbox and their PS3 in 1080p, but most of the time that doesn't really. It's not a big difference from 720p because a lot of the games are made like that. And then,
I think it should be an option.
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, everything supports 1080p by now, and in another 5 years it'll probably be some. Oh well, now they already have that 3K stuff, or something like that for the TVs. There's a movie theater down here in Miami that already has that technology implemented. It looks ridiculous. Next gen consoles and PC will support 64 players.
Really?
And current consoles are stuck at 24 player count.
So that means PC is going to be upgraded to 500.
What do you mean?
500 players.
No.
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
Because it's just math.
I don't get it.
Well, PC always has to be ahead of console.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess not in this case. The next gen console. Again, these are rumors. I mean, I'm trying to emphasize that because there's a huge list of things that people have put together from various websites.
Okay, wait. I'm going to directly talk to DICE right now.
Oh, yeah? On the phone?
DICE. No, on the podcast, you idiot.
Oh,
Guys.
okay, right. They listen to the podcast. Right.
Guys, please give us 100-player servers. 50 versus 50. That would be awesome.
Yeah, you almost didn't know your math there.
What?
It was that 50 versus 60.
I said 50.
Yeah, you're trying to pretend I didn't catch that. Okay, so moving on. Let's try to get through this list because yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. It'll be set in the year 2020. This time, China and the USA will be the main opposing forces.
Why
Maps
not
will
North
be.
Korea?
I have no idea. Maps will be based in the continent of Asia. Duh.
No. Hey, where's China? I think it's in the Middle East somewhere.
I thought it was in Australia personally, but I don't know. There's gonna be maps with I don't know what to call it. I mean it is scripted, I guess, in a way. But basically how Caspian Border has the falling tower at some point, during the end of matches once in a while because it doesn't always fall for me, whatever. There will be maps that have sequences like that, so there'll be a dam that collapses or like a tower, things like that.
Then everyone drowns.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I don't even care if it's the end of the round. I'll like run into there just to experience it.
I guess we're gonna call that multiplayer scripted.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know what.
Kind of like the earthquakes and Aftermath.
Right. Yeah, something like that too. Exactly. Single player experience will be roughly 5 to 6 hours long. So at least they're not taking up that much game memory on it. I still hate the fact that they're continuing with the single player in Battlefield games. Come on. But,
yeah, actually, I've heard a lot of people talk about that. Like, people are saying why they should just make a standalone multiplayer Battlefield.
Yeah. I mean, it is about multiplayer, not about Battlefield. I mean, since 1942, man, all you had of single player in those games was, create match, local, 20 bots against 20 enemy bots, and I'll be on this team, and that's about it. And that was your single player.
That's fun.
Ever since they came out with Bad Company, really, okay, fine, it was a separate little like franchise that they did, and supposedly they're working on Bad Company 3. You leave it like that then. You shouldn't have gone into single player in Battlefield 3, and then you're continuing it in Battlefield 4. I mean, it's stupid.
Yeah.
But, okay, and then it'll feature 2 campaigns from the PLA perspective, additionally, I guess, to USA. I don't know.
No one really cares.
A few maps were revealed from the single player, or I don't know. Oh, these are actually multiplayer maps. So one of them is Tiananmen. The other one is Dieu Island. Yeah, it's gonna be a blast to hear these people pronounce these. Let's go play on Tiananmen Island. The other one is Shanghai Bund, and then Zizimen. I don't even know. I feel like I'm just being trolled. They're like, oh my god, this guy actually ended up reading it on the podcast. That's great.
Yeah.
They've confirmed Chinese aircrafts and a UAV, apparently. The 2 Chinese aircrafts are the Xi'an Y-20 and the Chengdu J-20.
I think this is racist to Chinese.
And then the Xianglong UAV.
Okay, let's talk about the UAV you just mentioned. What do you think that's going to be?
Well, I read... Did I read it here? I don't know. I didn't read it here. By the way, these articles are all from Battlefield, though. Again, they'll be in the show notes, so don't freak out if you guys don't know like exactly what I'm reading. But I have a feeling they're definitely bringing back the whole UAV. You get on a little... Well, hopefully not the same as Bad Company 2, but you get on the typical computer thing and you control it like that.
Yeah.
Which I prefer. I mean, I love that in Bad Company 2. I just hated that it was a fixed platform thing, and they could at least make it portable or something.
Maybe it'll be something like the gunship.
Something like the gunship. Okay.
Or maybe there will be a gunship in Battlefield 4.
Yeah, that's another thing. I mean, all that large scale stuff, and I'm actually looking at a picture of that Chinese UAV that I just mentioned, Xianglong. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. It has no weapon system on it, so I guess it's just gonna be a UAV.
Like Call of Duty style.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks just like, the typical mini airplane UAV like that.
No, I'm gonna kill something if they don't put Blackhawks in this.
Oh yeah, for real. Um, okay, moving on to vehicles. Actually, we got 2 confirmed battle tanks. Well, not confirmed. Type 99 for PLA and the M1A2 Tusk for the U.S. forces.
Which is basically just an Abrams.
Yeah, both having their own customization options, of course. Hopefully, there's more customization as well in Battlefield 4 than Battlefield 3. Bigger is always better. It is rumored that air combat zone is drastically increased, giving more space to dogfights. I didn't even read the next line, and I was already saying dogtag.
With a giant fly.
That's my brain's autocorrect working.
Okay, if you shoot down an airplane, you take his dog tag.
Yeah, you get air dog tags now.
It'd be like Battlefield Friends with the Hunter Colonel that kills.
Yeah, what's up with that? He jumps onto the helicopters like nothing. I'm like, okay, yeah, you could totally do that, sure. Okay, giving more space to dog fights and aerial chases. The skill system has also received an overhaul. And finally, I've actually heard about this before, so it seems like they really are implementing this, because I don't see why so many people would keep mentioning it as a leak and stuff. Obviously someone's spilling the beans on this. They are bringing back the commander system from Battlefield 2 into Battlefield 4.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, let me explain it to you real quick, and then I'll read what the supposed rumors are for now. In Battlefield 2, you would play the game as normal. You join a team and everything. You would go into the... It's not really the pause menu, but you hit escape, I'm pretty sure, and it would bring up the menu. You join your squads and all that right there. You have a big version of the map right there on your screen. Very detailed. And then on the left side, on top of all the list of squads that you could create or join, you would have a commander spot. And the way that would work is basically first come, first serve. Whoever clicks it first when the game starts up is in there. You could also vote to remove a commander. And what this guy is able to do is spot enemies, watch the battlefield on an overhead view in a separate map that he has. And you would be able to drop a transport vehicle in any position on the map.
Sounds amazing.
Oh yeah, it was ridiculously awesome. I mean, you could help so much if you have a good commander with that, and people would always praise it. They'd be like, man, our commander saved us there, we needed that vehicle, or he spotted that entire team there, so we went the other way. It's tremendously awesome. Now, in Battlefield 4, supposedly, it's already gonna include the ability to provide support fire. I don't know if that's gonna include some type of artillery system off the map or something. That system will also recharge, and you'll have UAV detection to aid with the team. So I guess that's a similar, spotting enemies and all that.
I just had an amazing idea. You want to hear it?
Yeah, go for it.
You don't want to hear it, but I'll say it anyway.
I want to hear it.
Okay. Calm down, Alec. I know I'm awesome. But, what if there was artillery pieces like howitzers that you can actually get on, and you have kind of like the mortar system where you look at a map and you have to calculate with some kind of artillery computer, and you get to basically support your team by with some kind of radio system.
Right.
And if they call it in, you can say, hey, go put your fire here and kill a bunch of stuff, whatever.
Well,
obviously,
with that idea, you're going back into 1942 with Desert Combat. They were there, but it hasn't shown up in any other Battlefield game ever since.
Well, so I can imagine this being really elaborate, but I also know it would never happen.
What's that? You're talking about the whole artillery thing you said?
Yeah, there being the way I'm thinking it.
You're thinking real technical, you mean?
Yeah, real technical,
coordinates, all of that.
Yeah, coordinates. You have a map that you can open up. There's a forward air controller or something in a squad, a new class or something where you have a laser designator and you can call an airstrike or something.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, that's already available. I mean, that's why Arma 3 exists, right? And Arma 2, I guess, even.
Yeah.
That's in there, I'm sure, isn't it?
Yeah, it's in there. There's a very elaborate artillery system on that too.
Yeah, I mean, it's there. So, if anything, uh, it would be awesome to see Battlefield 4 be so big then when it comes out now that it'll compete with Arma 3 because that's a whole different, playing level.
There's no way that Battlefield's ever going to compete with Arma.
Yeah, but I mean, it would be great. Instead of what they're trying to do right now, they've been trying to do is just dominate Call of Duty, which, I mean, who cares? Call of Duty is so, like, done for on its own because it's just so repetitive, and a lot of people are getting bored of it. I mean, look, I hardly noticed I stopped playing it, and I've been playing zombies and stuff, but it's like, okay, I'm not gonna, it's a new day, I'm gonna get online again, do the same thing over and over again. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
There's no variety.
We need another World War II game. That's what we need.
Yeah. You've mentioned that before. I agree. I mean, too much modern at once.
Yeah.
If anything, a big thing that they never did with Battlefield 3, and it's obviously been missing in the Bad Company games also, is that they haven't really provided mod stuff for the games anymore, for the Battlefield games. Which is disappointing because I'm always talking about it. Desert Combat for 1942 was amazing. It was a totally separate game. It had everything, and the team that worked on that, I don't know if maybe they're actually making one of these other games, and I don't even know about it. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, the problem with that is like back in 1942, like not the year, back in the game.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, it's so old. It might as well be the year.
back in 1942, that was more like an Arma style game.
Yeah.
But it's not anymore. Battlefield has definitely become more of a Call of Duty style series.
It's very strict.
Yeah, it's very strict, and I imagine that having the ability to mod would cause a lot of repercussions in the sense that it would be easier for people to hack by utilizing mods.
Yeah, it's true. Back in the day, people were just nicer.
Yeah, now there's 12-year-olds.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the last thing on this huge list of leaking stuff. This is the part where they mention that there will be some type of DLC pack. Maybe it's the first one, which would be awesome as well, which would include 4 Battlefield 2 maps at some point, which are Dalian Plant, Daking Oil Fields, Great Wall of China, and of course Wake Island. Yes.
Of course.
Wake Island is never gonna die. That map is awesome.
Yeah. Maybe they'll make it bigger.
Let's go into the... Did you end up seeing all the teaser trailers as well? The naval warfare one, the tank one. Did you end up seeing that?
I saw one of them. I saw the naval warfare one.
Okay. Let's talk about that. What do you think that vehicle is?
I think it's just a boat.
Right? I mean, it looks to me like it's just a rib boat, and they're like, trying to distract everyone and make people have these huge discussions, which are all over the place already. Some people are saying it's a submarine.
Yeah.
That's definitely not a submarine propeller, I know that. But
yeah.
I think that's just a huge tease. It's just a rib boat, or whatever it's called, that's already in Battlefield 3 as far as what I can tell.
Yeah.
The other tank video was an Abrams tank. I guess it's that one that you said is the M1A2 Tusk.
Yep.
What else? There's a helicopter one. I actually didn't look at that one too much. I want to say it's maybe like either one of the Chinese helicopters or maybe even a Viper. Yeah. It's just the top rotor. I'm sure if maybe you look at it, Infidel, you could like figure it out right away. Because you're like the local military specialist. And then what was the other one? There was another one. Or that might be it, actually.
Okay, on the topic of the naval warfare one, you see an aircraft carrier.
Oh, that lovely picture?
I had an idea.
Okay.
Call of Duty had, like, a map that was the top deck of an aircraft carrier. But that's not what I'm thinking of at all. I'm thinking, with the size that Battlefield maps usually are, what if it had a map that was an aircraft carrier, but it was the entire interior? including the deck.
That would be an awesome map. Obviously, you're going towards very close quarters combat,
Yeah.
which I always love. And still, with Battlefield 3, I was expecting that with these DLC packs. I'm sure I mentioned it on the previous episodes. They still didn't really deliver true close quarters.
Yeah.
The close quarters expansion pack. Yeah, I mean, I almost forgot about it just now, but it's okay. It was still pretty open. I'm sure I'm sure on the PC with 64 players, that's a nightmare if it even exists.
Oh no, my game immediately crashed when I tried to do that.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
I'm gonna point something out right now. I don't want anyone listening to this saying, "Oh, well, Battlefield is meant to have open maps with vehicles and stuff." Yeah, it is, but it doesn't hurt to have a couple close quarters maps like Metro or stuff like that. Things close to that for team deathmatch, or even like bringing Conquest Domination back. That carrier map I was thinking of would be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's like you're saying, that people shouldn't be complaining about that because it's just providing variety. You're staying in the same server, whatever. You're going from a huge, the biggest map in that game that you're playing, whatever Battlefield game it is, and then all of a sudden you're in a close quarters environment. It plays completely different. You're gonna want that because that's how you don't get bored while you're playing.
Another thing that'd be amazing if there was like the Chinese carrier and the American carrier, and there's boats and stuff. And it's a way to get planes and helicopters into it. There's air combat outside, and then you infiltrate each other's carrier, and that could be a way to
that would
or
truly be
something.
awesome. That would be great.
Maybe new game mode. Maybe capture the flag. Even.
Yeah.
That'd be great for CTF.
I tell you, man, they did great with that. Not to give it too much credit because there's some things I don't like about that capture the flag in Endgame.
Like attack helicopters.
Yeah. But
unless you're the one in it.
Yeah. Well, no, you're saying I don't like attack helicopters in CTF?
No, I'm saying you don't like being killed by them constantly.
Oh no, I don't care. The one thing I hate that they really messed up in capture the flag, which hopefully they could change it, because I'll mention something else now after I get to this, is that the person carrying the flag can drive vehicles like nothing. I mean, this is the first game I see that you're the flag carrier and you don't have any restrictions. Yeah, I've seen people get in tanks and they just are literally driving from one side of the base because they steal the enemy tank and then go all the way back to their base, and they're they don't end up blowing up, so they capture it. It's ridiculous.
There should be like an anti-tank thing where there's an animation when you try and get in the tank with a flag where your guy's trying to stick the flag into the tank and they can't fit it in.
Right, just to make you a sitting duck, right?
Yeah.
You get shot in the
It's
head.
like, nope, you ain't taking a tank.
But that surprised me. I mean, it only took a matter of minutes for people to realize that, and I was in a server right away, and I saw someone in a tank just strolling through across the map, capturing the flag. The other thing I was going to get into is DICE has confirmed that they are going to keep supporting Battlefield 3, supposedly.
Yes, I've heard that too.
Yeah, with patches and updates. We'll see how long it lasts still, because, I mean, they're the same. I don't think they've separated teams for Battlefield 4, so technically they're working on both games at the same time, as far as I know. So we'll see what they do. Hopefully...
I'm assuming they're saying that just in case there's an issue with Battlefield 4 and they have to keep us entertained.
Oh, no, I don't think it's going to last until Battlefield 4 releases. I mean, do you think so, or...?
I hope so.
Oh, no, that's pushing it. I mean, I don't expect that at all. But I'm saying, hopefully it lasts at least until the summer or something.
Can you imagine if we were game developers? Imagine the awesome game that we would create.
Man, honestly, first of all, if I had the money, I would just buy DICE, honestly. That's the one company I would buy right away. Gearbox is also a great company. They make Borderlands 2 and all that, but DICE I've always loved it. All the Battlefield games, they do great. The bad part is that they've been working with EA in the recent years, and EA has gotten so greedy. But dude, I would buy it and everyone would be happy. It's the bottom line.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
win the lottery. If we win the lottery, that's definitely our goal.
Yeah.
Because we can be like the creative developer guys. We just
Like it's so simple,
okay,
man.
here's an idea, build this.
Yeah, like I know they say they're always listening to the community, and they have, because they've definitely done things that people were asking for, as to the best of their ability. But dude, it just takes a simple, more activity, have more community members, and literally have them responding to like every post of people complaining or giving feedback. Like it's not a big deal. Make that their job. 8 hours a day, and they're just hanging out on the forums.
Dude,
That's it.
I would volunteer to work non-profit for DICE, just listening to podcasts and watching like community videos and checking out complaints and all that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's all you need, and you just make the customer happy. But the thing is, again, EA is involved, and EA, the past 10 years, I would say they don't care. All they want is push out a game every year, keep pushing out Madden. What, they're like on their 14th Madden that's going to come out. Things like that. All they want to do is make quick money and keep doing it.
How many Battlefield games are there?
1942. There's like 3 or 4 expansions for that.
Not including expansions, just actual
okay. You got
titles.
1942, 2142. You have Battlefield 2.
Battlefield
you have
3.
1943, Battlefield 3, Bad Company 2. It's less than 10 games. Surprisingly.
One, so yeah.
Surprisingly, because in the last 4, like I said, last 10 years or so, EA's been a different company. So surprisingly, they haven't made a Battlefield every year almost.
Okay, how many Sims games have there been?
Oh God, I don't even know. This is the first. I have SimCity on the PC. That's why we're talking about that right now. This is the first SimCity game I even last in, because as far as I know, the last time I played SimCity, I was like 13 years old, and all I would do is load some city like Chicago or New York and just destroy it with all kinds of earthquakes and stuff.
I'm imagining Zero Alejandro sitting with his computer.
The life of SimCity for me until now. I got the one that came out this year, and it's a great game. It's very entertaining. It's very educational, I would say, as well, for managing your money and all that.
Yes.
I want to get into something. Speaking of EA and all their greediness and stuff, I found this out through Twitter. Apparently, I was a little late to the news, courtesy of the Fat Mofo who informed me on Twitter. But I posted it on Twitter as soon as I read an article about it. Apparently, it happened sometime in the beginning of last week or even before that. The CEO of EA has resigned.
Yeah.
So immediately, I posted on Twitter that I was super excited. It was a great day because I feel like that's hopefully a step towards changing that company for something better. Hopefully DICE is listening, and maybe they could, tell someone in EA, hey, what's up? But yeah, hopefully that's a step forward.
Why did he resign? Do we know?
We don't know. I tried looking for that. At least I read the one article I found. I didn't really try Googling it or finding internal files on the EA or whatever.
Probably suicidal because of all the server issues that EA has.
But yeah, I mean, it's hopefully it's a good sign. That's all I wanted to say. Okay, we got one more thing. There's already boxes, the display boxes showing up for retail stores on Battlefield 4, of course. I mean, they're obviously the marketing is at full force already.
Yep.
This box says, I'm looking at the picture, it says pre-order to receive the Battlefield 4 Drone Strike expansion pack.
Great.
Now back to the drones. I've also read a separate article. Unfortunately, I don't have the link to that. There are apparently, supposedly, going to be 4 different UAVs in the game. So I don't know if that's part of this Drone Strike expansion pack, which would suck because then I guess some people won't have access to that. I don't know how it's going to work. But clearly, at least this little expansion pack, quote unquote, has to do with, the UAV drones that are going to be in the game.
See, this is what happens when Obama wants to authorize drone strikes against Americans. We get a bunch of video games with drones in them.
Well, we got to train, right? because that's all it involves. You know, the same Xbox 360 controller in real life, and you just fly it around from 100 miles away.
Yeah.
Like I've literally seen that. I don't know if you're aware of that, but they do use Xbox controllers for the UAVs.
They use them for EOD bots mostly.
Yeah, it's hilarious because I've seen it on I've seen a couple of videos on YouTube and then Discovery Channel a few times. They're doing a documentary on it, and you see this guy like with a white Xbox controller in his hands. It's like, hey, I know what that is. But yeah, that about wraps it up for the Battlefield 4 stuff. I mean, all the pre-orders are starting to pop up. On GameSpot, I'm actually GameStop, sorry. They already have the picture of what you'll get real dog tags when you pre-order the game as well from GameStop. I don't know if any other store is gonna have it. And basically, it says the trademark slogan, I guess, of Battlefield 4, which is the "Prepare for Battle" on one dog tag, and then the other one says Battlefield 4 on it.
So another thing is, with the dog tags there, I really doubt they're gonna be real. That's it. That's pretty expensive.
Well, as far as real goes, we're talking about some cheap like paperclip metal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be like recycled paper clips for sure, or something like that. You'll put in your pocket, you sit down, and it'll come out looking like a tissue paper.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy, I love my wrinkled dog tags. But that's it. That's all I got for Battlefield 4, at least. I mean, you wanted to talk about my new PC, Infidel?
Oh, I didn't, but you can.
Oh, well, I got my new PC I'm using it right now to record the podcast. It's a little skittish right now because I'm having I've already narrowed it down. I have two NVIDIA GTX 680 drivers. I'm sure Infidel is very interested in what I'm talking about right now. For those of you that know what I'm talking about, I have two of those in my computer. And what's happening is they have driver issues, apparently, is what I've narrowed down the issue to. And basically when I play, so far I played SimCity, Battlefield 3, and BioShock Infinite. It varies from 2 minutes of gameplay to 1 hour. The game crashes at some point. I get a black screen of death is what they call it, and my computer becomes unresponsive, but it stays on, so I'm trying to figure it out, and yeah.
By the way, Alec, I figured out what my graphics card is.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, but I have no idea anything about it. All I know is I saw it written down.
Okay.
It is the GeForce GTX 9800.
Oh, that's what? I'm not sure how new that is. I want to say it's very new because I actually have that, or I had that on my old laptop.
It's a couple years old.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I had that on my old laptop, but it was obviously the mobile version. It'll say 6800M.
I said 9800.
Oh, 9800. Yeah, no, I didn't have that. I'm not sure. I don't even know. Obviously, I decided to erase that old nightmare of a laptop out of my memory. Even
though you were using it.
Yeah. Luckily, I have this computer now that will do everything for me. It's a beast of a computer. I got my money's worth out of it. I built it myself, but unfortunately, I got to deal with these crashing issues. I'm actually, as soon as we stop the podcast, I'm gonna go into the system and see. I'm going to test each graphics card on its own to see if one of them is actually defective. Hopefully it's not, because I hate returning stuff and then I got to wait, and yeah.
Yeah.
But,
I'm going to talk about my current status with YouTube and Twitch.
Go for it.
I am currently attempting to stream regularly SimCity. It is basically the best thing I can stream. I'm able to stream Arma, but I guess my stream freezes up and stuff. I don't know. I just have issues streaming Arma 2 and things like that. So I'm gonna probably stick to SimCity for now. I will be streaming on my newly made channel, Infidel's World. And for my YouTube, I probably won't have too many videos. I mean, the only videos I may have will be straight pulled from the stream archives, because Fraps drops frames and use the CPU and
Yeah, that's what I'm starting to do. I'm just starting to pull highlights from, my live streams. It's so much easier. I did the last episode really of Battlefield 3 highlights, whatever that I had on YouTube, and I said there that I'm just gonna put highlights directly from the live stream into a playlist there and call it a day. They'll be shorter, unedited, saves me time, a lot more highlights. So that's the best way to do it.
And now that you are playing more on PC, I assume you're gonna have more videos up.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Good.
I actually already put one up. Was it yesterday or the day before of me and Trigger Happy doing the usual, the attack helicopter.
Oh yeah.
Which was lovely.
Yeah, I watched that. It was nice.
Yeah, that was on Xbox, by the way.
Yeah,
for those of you that haven't watched it. Because Trigger is gonna get his computer hopefully in the summer, latest the fall. But yeah, I gotta get the money to pre-order Battlefield 4 Digital Deluxe. I gotta figure out what's wrong with my computer, and that's about it. We said we were gonna do a podcast when I have my computer up, so this is it.
We never said that.
Yeah, we did. I said that.
Oh, I don't recall.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to listen to the last episode, Infidel.
There's no way I'm listening to this stuff.
I almost called it an episode.
This is horrible. This podcast sucks.
Yeah, that's not very nice. You're voted off the island, then.
Just voted off the island. That's good. Anyway, if you're looking forward to Battlefield 4, hit that like button. Assuming you're on YouTube. Is there a like button for iTunes?
No. There's a share button. You guys could share this podcast. A lot of people listen to this. For those of you that think, you Zen, you think you're the only one that listens, or you Trigger, you guys think you're the only ones that listen. There's a good, at least on average, it's about 200 listeners. Within 24 hours that we put the podcast up, and then I don't even check it after that. I'm sure it goes up. Of course, people run into it randomly or whatever.
Like, share, favorite, chicken biscuit.
Yeah, subscribe. Whatever. Podcast follow. Is also on SoundCloud. They have some type of subscribe system on there, I'm sure. Or you follow, my username, I think it is. But yeah. I guess we could call it. You got anything else, Infidel? You know what I remembered? I still gotta play Arma 3 on this new computer, but that'll probably crash too.
Alex stole Arma 3.
Gotta figure out I didn't steal it. I gotta. Oh wait, I can't play multiplayer. I keep thinking. Yeah, I didn't necessarily steal it, but I have an alpha light code, so I didn't know it wasn't gonna have multiplayer. Womp womp.
Oh man.
But yeah. That's it. We'll catch you guys next time.
Is your giveaway still active?
Oh yeah, I have a giveaway going on right now. You could win Gears of War Judgment. You could win a bunch of Xbox Live Avatar goodies. You could win Xbox Live Gold subscriptions.
All you gotta do is donate a little bit.
Right. You could even become a sponsor, which is one of the donate levels. I think you only have to donate at least $10, which is really cool. I really want people to get in on that, because you could advertise your channel on my channel if you want. I'll make a design for you. You could advertise on every YouTube video I put from now on. You could have at the end of this podcast on YouTube. Ooh. I'll put a nice little fancy thing there that says sponsored by whatever, and we'll make a logo for you or something like that. Or just put your username.
Wait, can we make a fake commercial break where I do an awesome little narration? This video is sponsored by...
Yeah, we could do something like that. Of course. I mean, I think that's a super cool idea I came up with. It's a great way to get yourself out there. And I mean, if someone asked me to donate, I would seriously consider it. If my all random productions or whatever is going to be plastered on their thing. Of course, I want to show my support and have something.
I like that sponsor perk thing. I like that. Yeah. That's a good idea. Do I get a sponsor perk because I donated my whopping 44 cents?
Yeah, we'll multiply it by 100, and then we'll give you about 4 spots.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we could do it narrated. Yeah, like it just goes on. I mean, literally, I put in the description. I put like the little ranks for the donations, right? So I put the support thing, and I was just like, wherever you want it, you could put it, and I'll help you out with it, and that's it.
I have an idea.
Yes. What is your idea?
If someone's a sponsor, for the podcast, and they personally make their own little advertisement, we could make a commercial break for them.
Yeah. Or even if they really love us, they can send in like a testimonial, like an audio thing, and we'll put it at the end or something, and it's like, I love listening to Infidel and RandomAlec talk about Battlefield Arma. It's just the highlight of my day while I'm on the train heading to work.
Yeah, you may not like. You may.
Mr. Zen should send, because I know he does that. He listens to us while he's on the way to work on the train, apparently, or something like that.
Nice.
It's really funny.
Okay, so wait, who does that?
Mr. Zen.
Zen, you're listening right now. Look to the right of you. There will be a bald man wearing a suit. Go punch him in the face and slowly walk away, and there will be an explosion shortly after. You have been warned.
Jesus.
Anyway, if you donate $20 to Alec, I will let you be a special guest, assuming you're not annoying.
Yeah, we could do things like that too. I mean, it just goes on. Just support the stream. I mainly have it. I have the pitch-in box. Yeah, I guess I should give that information. It's on the All Random Gaming live stream page. It's on the old layout, because actually right now they're almost completely about to get rid of that old layout. I got to put it on the new layout. But you have to go on the old layout, scroll down a bit. You'll see a link to the list of stuff you could win and the levels of donations, and then you'll have the pitch-in box right there. You just click it and you donate.
Okay, enough trying to scam money off of people.
What?
Enough trying to scam money off of people.
Oh, I thought you were saying you're not trying to. All right, well that's it. We're done with the podcast. We'll catch you guys.
I like talking.
No, I mean how long? I can't even see how long we've been talking.
So
I guess that helps. It's definitely been like a good hour, Infidel. We gotta close this up.
Fine.
I know you want the podcast to go up to like 2 or 3 hours, but I don't think anyone else wants that. We'd have to turn this into like a 1 hour slow jam session.
Yeah, leave a comment on YouTube if you made it this far.
We'll give you a special
I'll give you
listener token or something.
We'll give you a chicken biscuit.
We'll give you some recycled paperclip tokens. Alright, we'll catch you guys next time. See you.
See you.